I wanted to share something that's been on my mind this morning, and it has to do with getting back to and remembering your why. Why did you start something? Why are you doing something? And I feel like in moments when everything is changing so fast and there is so much uncertainty about where everything is going at all, going back to your why you started something in the first place is so important. Now, I've been reflecting on my life over the past, how my past 6, 7, 8, 9 months have been, and there's so much that happened over the course of last summer, last year. I started so many new projects. I've entered some new industries, and it's been, kind of like all over the place because so many things have been changing so fast. And I'll be honest, in the past couple of weeks, couple of months, I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed because I felt like when I'm tracking my progress, I see like, yes, things are definitely moving forward, but it's also very uncertain. And I think probably a lot of people, even if you are not, an entrepreneur, or even if you are not in any kind of, innovative industry, I feel like a lot of people at this moment in time in history can probably relate because there's so much uncertainty with technology, I don't know, geopolitical climate, I guess, all these different things. And I feel like if you're finding yourself overwhelmed at this moment in time, it's okay. Now, when it comes to me, so over the course of last summer, I've started a few new projects. Some of them are creative, like art, my gallery, etc. Others have to do, with emerging markets, emerging technologies. I've been obviously, like most people who live on this planet, into artificial intelligence, some maybe even like femtech, I think they call it. Different, just kind of tracking all the different innovation that's going on, etc. And so much has happened since then. Like just last week, I found out that a couple of people I met over the course of last summer, a couple of companies, a couple of new startups, new companies were acquired, some went out of business. And when so much is happening, not like over the course of a few years, but a few months, I really do feel like any person, even the most grounded and stable, will probably feel a little wobbly, which in my case, yes, that's what happened. I was like, oh my God, what's even going on? Like there were a few really good startups, really interesting companies, that was kind of looked up to and admired, and crazy things have happened, to not get too much into the detail. So with all of that going on, I guess, and I cannot say like I'm new to crypto because I've been in crypto since like 2020, 2021. Even with crypto markets being down right now, I just feel that it's like, there's a lot of overwhelm. And I guess like what happens in moments like this is what I am personally trying to do is I'm trying to come back to my why. Why did I start certain things? Why am I embracing uncertainty? Because, in moments like this, when everything is kind of like all over the place, I do think it's very easy to just give up and go back, maybe, I don't know, to your day job, or go back to something that feels more predictable, which partially kind of, I don't want to say it happened for me, but essentially, long story short, I have two businesses, two streams of income from long time ago, like, I don't know, 8, 9 years probably. And it's been generating certain income, it's been paying my bills essentially, but it's been not fulfilling for many years. And most importantly, it's also kind of like didn't really reflect, I guess, my ambition, my potential, the things that I feel like I am capable of achieving. And mind you, I'm not even like the girl boss type. Even on this channel, I think I kind of always try to introduce this very like feminine abundance, feminine luxury archetype rather than like hustle, bustle, whatever. But anyway, still though, I was thinking that a lot of the projects, a lot of the things I've been doing, they really don't reflect my ambition, my potential, or who I can become. Like, yes, they cover the baseline, they generate money. They were cool, like maybe 5, 7 years ago for me, when I was, much younger, and kind of also just wanted maybe something easier, different. But at this moment in time, like I feel like a lot of things that I was doing years ago, again, as much as I'm grateful it still generates money, it just doesn't really reflect who I am anymore, who I want to become. And I guess like in between the uncertainty of all the insanity that's going on around and different things I want to do versus also the things that I kind of been falling back on, that I was grateful for, but at the same time I just feel like, okay, this is not me, this is not who I want to be, this doesn't reflect who I am. It's been really kind of like a tough place in some ways. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is that, in any situation you find yourself in, I feel like it's always going to be a little bit chaotic when things change so fast. But at the same time, I feel like it's not an issue to fall back to your old streams of income, old businesses, or even for those of you guys who have like, day jobs or something like that. I don't think there is any problem with that. I think it's necessary. Stability is important in my view. But at the same time, I feel like in moments like this, when there's so much overwhelm, the only way forward is to remind yourself why. Like, I was almost kind of, not to say I wanted to give up, but I was like so done with everything a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what's even the point, of like building some of these things, if everything gonna be, like if everything is gonna essentially go in a completely different direction than what I expect, then like what's even the point? I was really feeling it, a few days, few weeks even, I think, past few weeks. And then I'm like, okay, there's something that still generates me money. I don't want to say I hate it, but like I don't love it. So, and it doesn't align with how I see myself in the world. And so like what do you do? And I think like this is kind of like a blessing in that moment where I was like, okay, I need to remind myself exactly my why. Why did I start it? Because yes, I'm grateful that I do have something that still generates me money, more than one stream of income. Like that is very fortunate. But I know that this is not my future. I know that this is not who I want to be. I know that this is not my full potential. I know that it's not my passion. I also know that I can make so much more money and I can be in a completely different league, so to say, in a completely different tier, I guess, I don't know, in a completely different, like, I don't know what's the right way to phrase it. So I shouldn't sabotage myself. I should keep aiming for more. And remind myself why. And I guess this is part of the why. Like, okay, you can always go back, right, to your old business, old streams of income, even old day job or whatever, but like, why do you not want to do that? Oh, because, you're meant for more. So this is very simple, remembering your why. And I think like once this happens, you can start then like slowly pick yourself back together, regroup, pivot if you need to, like reassess, but ultimately don't give up. And I think like, not to sound like so cliche or never give up, blah blah blah, obviously it's common sense, but like, yeah, I think that never giving up, but at the same time reassessing, regrouping and pivoting, I think it's very, very important. And I've had some successes in my life, but at the same time not like anywhere close to the things that I want and where I want to be. So I guess for me it's also still like this learning process. And I would say like giving up is probably the easiest thing, to just go back to the things that whatever pays your bills. And if you do that, that's okay too. But then again, you will remember again your why. Why does it not work anymore? And why do you want something else? Why do you believe that you're meant for more? And if you really believe in that, then I guess, you can start over, start again, start as many times, so to say, as you need. And one of the reasons why I also made this channel was because I kind of wanted to explore a different side of myself. Like I didn't really know exactly what I was going to do here. Is it going to be like something where I'm going to be talking more about the new business venture that I'm, like new business venture / adventure, I guess I'm on. My old actually crypto Twitter name used to be, I think it was Adventure Capitalist, something like that, instead of venture, adventure. So yeah, and to this day, to be honest, I still don't really know exactly how this journey is going to be on this channel. I made it more so for fun, but I wanted to share this, and I think like someone might need to hear this because, again, it's like, There are so many moments where it's just chaos, and I think they say it for a reason, that remembering your why and finding rooting in that is the only way to, even like stay, so to say, like stay sane when everything around you is going insane. So let me know your thoughts. I'm very happy I actually had a moment, to record this today. I'm about to go to my yoga. This is my outfit. Really outfit really slaps today, but I cannot unfortunately show fully. But yeah, I'm about to go to my yoga, do my morning power yoga, and I'm very happy I got this out this morning. I might record a vlog over the past few days, or at least over the next, sorry, not the past, over the next few days or the next week. I might record a vlog to show a little bit about my day. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will see you on the next one.